Good morning, holy brothers! Thank you so much for joining us on our pathway to peace inside the Garden of Peace on page, doesn't have a number, 307. If you're following along, today's lesson will be called Awesomedacious Advice. We all need it, we've heard it, but how do we use it, implement it, and live what we learn? Yes, very good. Okay, here we go. From the Torah's account of finding a soulmate for our forefather Isaac in Genesis 24:3 to 27. What?
Isaac?
Yeah, it's got all the English names, just for those folks who need it. We find several good pieces of advice on how to find our soulmate, who is Isaac.
Yitzhak.
Yitzhak. So, how to find our soulmate. Let's see. Success, super success. When our forefather Abraham or Avraham sent his servant Eliezer, my name, awesome name, to find a wife for his son Yitzchak, Avram said to Eliezer in Genesis 24:7, Hashem, the God of heaven, will send his angel before you. That is to say, he literally promised Eliezer that he would receive help from heaven in finding a good and worthy match for his son Yitzchak. So, from here we learn that success in finding one's soulmate comes from where?
Heaven.
God! Divine domination. When you are looking for a soulmate, Hashem will make so many crazy ways for things to happen in order for you to come together. I've heard stories of people who literally lived like 2 doors down from each other inside an apartment building, right? And that took them to go across the world to find each other in a crazy place, only to come home and to realize that they're neighbors. And they're sitting right at their doorstep this whole time. And there are other people who, have to go to unbelievable, forget just like online dating, but there are crazy stories. They go to a bus stop or they go into a bar that they've never been in before. Hashem can make things work in the wildest of ways. But know that however it happens, once they go to that chuppah and they get married, that shows, that's the ultimate proof positive that God was behind that interaction. If, however, you love somebody and God forbid things don't work out, so you know what we say? Don't be downtrodden, don't be depressed, don't get angry, sad, or melancholy. Realize that if it didn't work, it's because this is not the one that was meant to be. Super simple. Thank you, Hashem, for not making me mess up my whole life. Thank you for helping me get to the one who I need to, even though it took hardships, even though it was many years, whatever it had to be to get that way. God will make it eventually be for the one who will help you complete your other half of your soul, for you to complete your mission in this world, to be the best that you can be. Since only the Creator knows truly who is a good match for each individual, we said, I think I know what's best for me, but guess what, honey? Not so true all the time. I always said that I wanted somebody who was extremely energetic, so wild, who would go on every roller coaster with me, travel around the world, be crazy, stay up late at night. Can you imagine if I had somebody like me? Nothing would ever get done in the house. It would be a complete shambles. It would be such a mess. Bills wouldn't get paid on time, and we would just have super fun, and all the serious stuff would not get taken care of. So Hashem's like, I know exactly what you need for yourself to make this work. Here's somebody who's going to be much more shy, super serious, OCD, takes care of everything. And at the beginning, you're like, oh, this is boring. At the end, you're like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I needed for me to make me a better person, to make sure our household can run, to make sure that we have kids that are going to grow up properly in a wonderful environment that's more stabilized, that's more grounded. Get it? Hashem knows. Don't think you knows what's good for your nose. The essence of finding one's soulmate is therefore, who should you ask for? For your shadchan, for your best friend, for who? You ask God. Go to the source and say, Hashem, please help me in finding my soulmate. So it comes quickly, so it comes easily, so it comes right to me. And this is the advice that you use for everything in life. Whether you're seeking out a new job, whether you're seeking out a wife, whether it's finding a new house, whatever it might be, Hashem, please make it come to me quickly and easily. When my wife goes out to do her deliveries for patients, always say, Hashem, please make her patients have a safe, quick, and healthy delivery. So that she can come back home and be with our family, and everything goes smoothly for her patients. Pray to the one above, who is in charge of every single thing, for it to come the way that you want it to. And you say, Hashem, even if I don't know what's best for me, please take my words and make it be implied or make it turn into a reality in a way that most benefits me in the long run as well. And not just for the instant gratification that nowadays people are seeking 24/7 in this generation. And they think that that's what they want. And that's what's best for them. And that's for their ultimate good. When it's absolutely inversely related to what should be good for them. Preparation with proper, pleasing prayers. When Eliezer set out onto the mission for his master, Avraham, what did he do before he left?
Right.
Of course. Hello. Don't you think you saw Avraham all day out in the field doing his podedus like 24/7, talking to God, enhancing his relationship, speaking the words that were on his mind and on his heart up to his Father in heaven? All the time he saw Avraham doing this. So he emulated what he saw. And he prayed to Hashem before he took his first step, before he took action. You prepare properly with prayer. That's it. That's how we start. Our ancestral mother, Leah, prayed to such a great deal and shed so many tears in order to merit her trustworthy and worthy in and of itself soulmate, that her eyes were always so weak from crying. It says Genesis 29:17. Open the book, read it, look it up. From here, we learn that we need to pray before taking any action in life. Even when you're going to go to work, say, Hashem, pray that you get all green lights so that my ride can go smoothly and quickly. And when I get to work, I can have a parking spot that is available for me right when I get there. Or somebody could be pulling out so I can pull right in, so I don't have to waste my time going around the block, so I don't have extra stress. I want everything to be easy and come in a way that even though it happens, I know it's from you, Hashem. When you go into shul, you see on your phone, on your app, that it's going to be a rainy day, it's going to be miserable weather. Say, Hashem, when I get to shul, and I'm going to pray to you, please make it that when I open my car door, it's not raining. Even if it's pouring cats and dogs in a blizzard or hurricane right now as you leave your house, and shul is only 5 minutes away. You have literally nothing to lose and everything to gain, because you can appreciate God's wonders and you open your mouth to have a relationship, to have a conversation with Him, to enhance that between you two. Before we turn to shadchanim, to matchmakers, or you go online and put in on JWed, or you go to Soyo Sinai, or whatever the kids are using nowadays, or friends or acquaintances to help us find our soulmates, we must begin by praying and asking for assistance from the Almighty, from Hashem, who determines all the matches and everything in life. So the way to find a good match is to pray to Hashem to give us our genuine, proper soul mate, the one who will help us achieve what we want to in life, to have our tikkun, to correct everything we need to do. Heart-filled holiness of Hashem. He sees and knows and hears everything. Don't ever get stuck with the Yetzer Hara false impression that God is not with me right now. The only way a person can sin is if his Yetzer Hara overtakes him and he enters, the Gemara says, a spirit of folly enters his body. It clouds his judgment and masks his heart. If we talk to Hashem and keep that on our mind all the time, and you're constantly in conversation, and you're praying properly, how the heck can you ever sin? It makes no sense. You have to be blinded. If you know Hashem is with you, and your Rebbe is holding your hand, and your Father is with you, there's no way you can pull out the dirty magazine from under your bed. You can't do a fault when everything around you is so obviously blinding you. If God is with you 24/7, you know it, you can never break it. If a girl is going to be walking across the street, no matter what she's wearing or not wearing, and you know God's with you, you're not going to be picking up your eyes to stare at her because he's with you in the car, right next to you, driving shotgun, man. You see him, you hear him, and you know he's with you. If he's with you and you remember that, you're never going to sin. You don't put an immediate gratification of a sin versus a long-term, ultimate, endless benefit. It's that simple. Because in matters of matches, we have nobody to depend on other than Hashem. The one who's seeking his soulmate must turn to God with complete emunah. You put absolute faith, 1,000,000,000%, and your trust in him, and not depend on my own perceptions or intellectual assessments or what I think is good for me. I want a girl who's going to be a great bowler. I want a girl who's going to be a gamer. I want a girl who I'm going to love to spend time with and go on nature hikes with and spend that in the woods. What the heck do you know is going to be good for you in the long run?
You don't like nature.
Who does?
You.
No, chas v'shalom. I hate nature. But I'm saying some people, well, I guess, like that because my wife likes it. So there must be some guys that like it too. Do you love going out into the woods and having all your ants and bugs and flies and spiders crawling all over you when you're trying to have a good night's sleep? I don't know what's wrong with you. Why would you subject yourself to that kind of torture? Don't you enjoy life and want to be comfortable and put yourself in a place where you can have, toilets. Hello, plush toilet paper, and not having to go. Don't you want a bathroom in your master bedroom so that when you wake up, you have a half a foot that you can walk and be on a toilet and not have to run holding in your poop?
Indoor plumbing is a miracle.
Kings back in the day didn't have indoor plumbing, and now we lowly people have it at our footsteps. And you want to take yourself out of that environment? I don't know what's wrong with you. You want adventure? Let's go on a roller coaster. Because a person sees the eyes, but Hashem sees and hears your heart. Shmuel 1:16-7. God sees straight through you. You cannot hide anything. You cannot fake it from God. You can try to fool your friends, but the above knows everything. A person should just increase his prayers and ask for a soulmate from Hashem. Open your mouth, talk, use your words.
Is there ever a time where you're praying and it feels like you don't even know if you're speaking truth to yourself?
Of course.
That's the thing, right?
No, it only happens to you. Nobody else in the world.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Yes. Sometimes you might think that you're faking yourself.
Right. Like you don't even know if you're like, is this?
Am I being real even with myself right now? Right? Is this what I actually want?
Like what I'm praying to Hashem, and I'm like, I don't even know if this is from my heart right now. What am I saying?
Do I give an example?
Real or not? No, I just
okay.
I'm giving like a passing feeling thought that just happens sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes you say to Hashem, listen, I have a big Yetzer Hara, I have a huge evil inclination. I like to steal money, let's just say, right? It's not me. I'm just trying to give you an example. It's not me. But I know people that are like this, right? I know people growing up that when their parents were home, they would run to their bedroom, they go through their drawers. That's why you have a safe in your bedroom, right? So your kids can't come and take it out.
I don't have a safe in my bedroom.
So you go there and you say, oh, nobody's looking, right? I'm going to get the money right now. So you say, I understand that I have this problem. First step in Alcoholics Anonymous is to admit that you have a problem. Before you go anywhere, first you have to be real with yourself and know, what is my challenge? What can I overcome? So let's say a person says, no, I don't have that problem. I don't have that desire. Or it says, I want to be a tzaddik. I want to be somebody who wants to learn 24/7. I want to come home, open up a book, have a chavrusa, somebody I can learn with, listen to lectures online. This is what I want to do, right? Each person says that. But really, in their hearts, all they want to do is come home and play video games. They love Fortnite. They love Call of Duty. They love sitting with their friends. And, so when they say to Hashem, I really want to learn 24/7. I really want to open my book and, plunge into your Torah. But today I feel like playing video games. So when they're talking to God, when they say, I really want to be a learner, I really want to delve into your Torah, are they being real? They're full of crap. They're full of poop. They're full of, what I want to say. But they're saying, God, no. I want to be a Torah scholar. I want to be a Talmud Chacham. Stop talking nonsense. Stop using words that are not real. Stop being fake with God who can see right through you. So you say, okay, so what am I supposed to say? I'm not supposed to say I want to be a learner? No, don't tell me you want to be a learner. That's false. That's a lie. So the question is, what do you say? What should you say? You know what you say?
What do you say?
Here's what you say. You say, Hashem, I know I'm one step removed from that. I know I'm not even at that level yet. So here's what I should say to God. God, please put in my heart that I want to be a learner. Not that I want to be a learner, because I don't. I don't want to be a learner. But I want at least to want to be a learner. I have the desire to eventually be a learner. So God, at least realize that I want that eventually. Even though I don't want it right now, I want it for me in the future. And please help me get, not just to be the learner, but help me actually desire it, that I actually do want it. And not just that I say that I want it in the first place. Be real with God. Recognize what level you're at and then where you want to be. And talk to Him. Pray to Him. Request from Him. Scream to Him. Cry from Him. Dance with Him. Whatever you need to do to get that energy up, to be able to provoke the conversation, to stimulate yourself to be where you want to be eventually. You should depend on Hashem to lead him and to guide him in the right way throughout that and every single process. And if it is about the shidduch, if it is about the girl, until the wedding, pray that you get to that point. But it doesn't end there, my friend. Once you get married, once you have the chuppah, you're going to need to pray to God every single day. Afterwards, too. It's not just smooth, simple sailing. We're always going to have challenges. And with our wives, before you get married, after you get married, forever in your life. You're going to need to grow, and you need stress in order to grow. You're going to need heavy weights in the gym to build up those muscles, baby. You can't just go with 1 pound dumbbells and say, this is a joke, a piece of cake. Hashem is going to say, I know what I'm going to do to you to poke you, to prod you, to be able to provide the stimulus that you need to get to where you need to be. So please pray every single day, open your mouth and cry out to Hashem for what you want and what you need and be genuine about it. And with that, have an awesomedaciously amazing rest of your day.